I've tried a bunch. I own eight different power stations. I like this one, and I'm not a fan favorite, so don't take it that way. As far as the cascading thing, though, that's why I'm running these crazy tests on my YouTube, so the engineers can watch them and see real time. Because sometimes these companies, this is the first model they have with expanding batteries, so obviously there's a learning curve there too. And to be honest, there really shouldn't be, as a consumer, a guy that just goes in and buys a product. You want to buy a product off the shelf, and you want to use it, and you want to set it aside, and it works. That's it. So I understand that. I bought many things in my lifetime, so I get that. But no product is perfect. I don't care what anybody tells you. There is no product on the planet I've ever seen that's perfect. There's a lot of woulda, coulda, shoulda. Man, if we put the little handles a little bit lower or recessed better, whatever the issue is, there's always going to be pros and cons of every item. And you can go to the top shelf all the way to the bottom of something you find at a rummage sale. I mean, there's literally pros and cons of every product on the market. You just want to get the pros higher and the cons down. That's the game, and make sure that your money is spent proper, and you got a proper product for that money that you spend. I'm big into that. One other thing that I thought would be interesting to say is they both give you an array of different plugs. This is for PECRON here. This is I think it's a 5-pin aviation plug, I think they call it. I haven't seen them in a while. It's kind of an old school thing. Two MC4 connectors. Remember, that one's got Anderson power pole to here, I'll show you what it's Anderson power pole to MC4. So they have their own ways to get that energy in the box. So you gotta bring those. But I like that little luggage box. I like that. The other thing is, you could, and I've opened this one. I've opened this top thing, pops off with 4 screws. The screws are about this long. I've opened it, and this pops off real easy. I wouldn't recommend opening this unless kind of, or are you willing to take that risk? I'm telling you not to do it. You can do whatever you want. How that Anderson power pole is connected to the inverter charging board is it's real simple. It's an XT60 plug. It's the same as what's on the front here. It's that plug. If you've ever seen that, if you're an RC kid from back in the days, everybody knows what that is. I don't like this little flap. It doesn't close very good. See how I got to mush it? And I think that's because of the shape of the rubber compared to the shape of the port. So I don't use that at all. It sits real flush though when it's closed. But what I was going to do until I found this one is I was going to drill a little hole inside this little cubby here. Just 2 little holes in the sides of these cables, and I would cut the Anderson, and I would put this on. So you'd have an XT60 on one side of this cable, and then this on the other side, and then run these wires through perfectly drilled holes that are the same diameter, and that way they would kind of sit in there like this, and just kind of hang out, and then you roll it up and then you close it like that. So I was going to do that. I was going to mod it. It's extremely simple. You just get an XT60 and plug it in there. So that was cool. I have no idea what's on inside of this one. I'm not to the level of opening it yet. I've had that longer, so you get, every time you buy a new product and you like it better, you get more brave with the old product. You say, well, I don't use it much anymore. I'm going to rip it apart. That's, I think that's in everybody's mind, where you're curious as a cat gets advantage of you to where you want to learn more about it. I hope I went through everything. Like I said, I'm not a professional guy. I'm still learning this YouTube thing, and I really appreciate. I guess we got like 2,500 people looking at these videos, and I was like, holy cow, this was supposed to be one video because I found that hidden menu to help people, and next thing you know, it grew into a hobby. So thanks guys, I really appreciate that. I'm super surprised that even happened. It wasn't supposed to, but I guess the best thing in life's happened out of the blue, huh? So I think that's everything that I covered. Handles, the bumpers, I don't know if I said that. The bumpers are nice. Oh, there's a dude that ripped this completely apart. I call him the Mad Scientist. I love his channel. So he's a probably electrical engineer guy, and he has absolutely no fear of ripping the stuff apart. And he does. If you see, he'll literally rip this apart. He stood on top of this. The guy's got to be 200 pounds. He stood on top of this. You could hear creaking. He was just seeing how the integrity of the plastic was and the construction and everything. And I mean, it's like, oh, I'm not going to be doing none of that on this YouTube thing. But I got to give props to the guy. Obviously, he was sent to it free, or he's a millionaire, because I don't want to take, you know, $1,400 and stand on it. I don't think I can't think of a single DeWalt tool that I go, you know, go to work and stand on it. You know, it's like I'll let the pros do that stuff. I'll use it, but I'm not going jumping on it and stuff, and throwing it all balconies and what these guys do. But you know, they do it for the science, and they do it for the product testing, which I appreciate as a consumer. I really do. All right, guys, I really appreciate you hearing me ramble here. I hope this helped you. That one scriber, I call them scribers, that one scriber that had this question from me, I really appreciate, you know, your time. Your time's worth a lot of valuable time, I guess, to you, because you know, you got two things in life. You got money and you got time, and you know, one you can go get more of, and the other one you can't. You know, you're on a clock. So for you spending a few minutes or even a few hours hearing me ramble about stuff like this, just as an opinion, that's flattering, man. I appreciate that. That's really cool. Anyone else, if they want to, you know, do that scribey thing, my wife's putting this all together. I'm just talking about stuff that I ramble about, and that's it. Something about the little finger thing up there. If you do that, then it lets other people know, hey, the information in there it's not so bad. You know, this guy's got valid points, and that lets other people, I guess, know that you know, this guy ain't just some crazy fellow out there yip yapping. You know, he says what he says, and then you can research that and see if he's right or wrong, and he's willing to have that debate with you, because at the end of the ball game, I want to learn too. You know, that's why I started. I thought when I found that menu, I thought, well, what the hell? Did I find something secret in there? I mean, everything electronic's got a back door. That's hands down. Everything electronic, everything that's programmed can be reprogrammed. That's for the programmers and engineers to go in through the back door and fix something if they have a problem, if they get locked out of it. So, and that's your car, that's your computer, that's everything. So that's just common sense now in the known world. Yeah, I think I covered everything. I paid $1,500 for this one. I paid $1,400 for this one. If I were to do it again right now, emergency-wise, I'd buy this one. If it was a CPAP thing, luckily in life I don't have to have anything like that. I don't have any wood, but you know, health has been pretty good. I would buy that one because of the UPS and the quick charging from the wall, and the straight-through charging with the UPS, because then you're not messing with them battery cells. You can let them sit, and this one has to pull that energy in, cycle in there, goes from DC back to AC, and that one goes AC straight through, you know, AC to AC. This has to go AC to DC and then back to AC, so you know, you're losing that conversion, and you cycle in batteries. So if I was to buy them again for that, I would do that if it was an important decision, medical or something like that. As far as capacity, as soon as we get these cables, they call them cascading cables, and like I said, I, for the sake of science, am working with the engineers of PECRON. I don't work for them. I'm just working with them. We did some mods, and that way maybe I could have got it worked out a little faster, other than waiting until the end of January. Because I think a lot of people are watching these videos I'm putting up, because I'm getting a lot of responses, which I never thought would happen. So thank you. But as soon as they get these bad boys worked out, this system, if you add the UPS, the app, so you can do updates, you know, with your phone, it's quick, or your tablet or whatever. They already fixed the 100 watt at 8 kilowatts. This is a monster system for, you know, it's $4,500, so you're looking just over 50-60 cents a watt hour. Monster. Charging it with the batteries. I shouldn't tell you information on the batteries because I don't have them here. They're over there. But you can charge each battery 400 watts plus the 1,300 you got coming in here. So I don't know if there's a max cutoff at 2,000. I haven't seen anything past 2,000. But now you just up the game, because now you're bringing in 2,000 watts of power from sources, 3 different sources, 4 different sources, 5 different sources with the 2 batteries. 2,000 watt. You know, you'll have an 8 kilowatt system charged in, you know, 4 or 5 hours. That's huge. That's huge. Then you throw this in the trunk of your car, and you basically got a small power plant for camping. 8,000 that'll run your house. So, you know, average house. But I think we use, you know, because everything's solar. You know, I'm not going to pay for something I can get from, you know, the heavens up there. So why throw your money out the window? But all right, I really appreciate you guys listening to me ramble. I hope this helped that fella. I forgot his name, and I apologize. Otherwise, I'd say that on this video. But I really hope that you make a good decision. Whatever decision you make, like I said, I don't get any money for this. So you pick what you think. Do more research. I'm not the I'm not the Bible when it comes to all the information. You know, I'm not the Webster's dictionary here. So just an opinion of what I've seen in real use in real time. I'm not a laboratory. I have a workbench, but I'm not a laboratory. I'm just watching all the guys that I enjoy watching on YouTube and try to help people figure out. I think the reason that mines are helping these videos is I don't talk like a scientist. You know, that's why my wife calls me the Rambler, because I talk about layman's terms. You know, okay, this is so many voltage times amps. And I say, hell, it'll run a crock pot, and then people go, oh, I like that. It'll run an air fryer. Oh, I like that. But a lot of average folks, rightfully so, they don't know how many amperage and voltage and wattage you're going to bring in, and the conversion loss, and the cable thickness and resistance of the batteries when you add too many. No, a lot of people don't know that, and rightfully so. They just want to buy a product. They want to hook their air fryer or their microwave to it, make popcorn or like me, chicken nuggets and tater tots in the air fryer. That's cool. And this thing runs at 1800 watts. That thing runs it too. So that's all the average consumer wants. They just want a product that works, and without putting on a lab coat and all this sterile environment to run your pizza oven or something. So, all right, I really appreciate it, guys. I know I said bye like 10 times, but that's me, I'm Ramblin' Bob. So thank you for everything, guys. I really appreciate your time.